Murphy. Murphy.
Feeding time can be difficult for Peggy Kens and her dogs, especially for her dark-haired Irish wolfhound Murphy. That's because, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, he's the biggest dog in the world. Aside from the obvious problem of the height difference between the dogs and their owners, there are other problems associated with having pets as large as Murphy.
Very little exercise until a year because their bones haven't calcified. But after that, you work it up to about 5 miles road work a day. They're getting taller, I'm getting shorter.
Murphy is still growing and is 20 centimeters taller than either of his parents. He attracts attention wherever he goes from humans and canines alike. He currently measures a massive 1.05 meters from ground to shoulder, and unlike his sister, Peggy can no longer support him standing on his back legs, as 86 kilograms is just too much for her. Harrick Farm in England is one of the most renowned stud farms in the world, but the horses on this farm are more suitable for children than adults. Most of the horses here are under 86 centimeters tall, and one horse, the toy horse Countess Natushka, measures only 56 centimeters, making her the smallest horse in the world.
I've been breeding over 35 years, and to come up with something quite as special as this one, with her temperament as well. And I think she's a bit like Miss World. She's really, really enjoying herself at the moment. But she doesn't live inside. She lives out in a stable, and she runs out in the fields. And she is just kept totally and absolutely like any other normal horse.
As toy horses are worth anything between 500 and 12,000 pounds, they're well worth looking after. Although too little to be ridden by anyone other than children, these little horses are incredibly strong, and Tika will be harnessing Natushka up to ride in Britain's celebrated royal pageant this year. The world is also a decidedly big place to 7-month-old Yorkshire Terrier Posy. Born to normal-sized parents, Posy just happens to be small, so small, in fact, that her owner, Wendy Smith, who also keeps other breeds, such as the Neapolitan Mastiff, thinks that she may be the smallest dog in the world. Wendy does have to be careful that the other animals don't tread or squash Posy. In fact, Wendy has had to keep an eye out for Posy since she was born.
She was 2 inches long. Every day that we looked at her, we thought, you know, she won't survive. But she kept in there with her brothers and sisters, fighting away, you know. And she proved very strong, very, very tiny, but very strong. And I think that's evident today.
Everything has had to be scaled down for Posy, who is not expected to grow any larger. Having the world's smallest dog is not without its problems. However, Wendy quickly found out that if she used a conventional Yorkshire Terrier-sized milk bowl, the tiny pooch simply toppled in. So she's had to feed her using a purpot, something Posy still enjoys today.
She's small and she's healthy. And I wouldn't like her to be the smallest dog in the world if she wasn't healthy and happy.
What better way to groom the smallest dog in the world than with a toothbrush? Now, how about grooming a panther with a toothbrush? Anybody?